Lined with giant saguaros, the view along Gates Pass Road are breathtaking. Once you're around the hairpin turn of Gates Pass, it's a magnificent sight down into Avra Valley. And perhaps an underappreciated view, the look back from Gates Pass into Tucson. Many think Gates Pass earned its name because it's a gateway through the Tucson mountains. But it's actually named after Thomas Gates, who first came to Tucson in 1866.
He actually came to Tucson to do some gambling. Came with a partner. They moved on to New Mexico. Made a ton of money, apparently.
Tucson historian David Layton says Gates spent time in California until he got married and moved back to Tucson. He ran a saloon and owned a mine 35 miles northwest of Tucson in the Waterman Mountains.
He was looking for a shorter route to get to his mine because it was quite a distance to travel north along the Tucson mountains and then go all the way around.
In 1883, Gates discovered a natural canyon in the Tucson mountains 3,500 feet up and a little over a mile long.
He tried to get the local government to build the road, but they were unwilling to put the funds into it. I mean, at that point, there probably wasn't a lot of travel from Tucson into the Avra Valley. So he ended up actually paying for it himself. It cost him $1,000.
Couldn't be much of a road for $1,000.
KGUN 9 traffic reporter Alan Big Al Caith points out that it costs $1 million a mile to construct a road today.
$1 million a mile. $1,000 for 5 or 6 miles couldn't have been much.
It may not have been much of a road in 1883, but it allowed Gates to cut 16 miles off his round trip from Tucson to his mine. So what became of Gates? In 1886, he was appointed superintendent of the Yuma Territorial Prison.
During a riot, he was actually stabbed in the neck and the back, and then ended up dying later on in the hospital.
The Wild West was a dangerous place. So too is Thomas Gates' namesake road and pass through the Tucson mountains.
15 miles an hour. And keep both eyes on the road.
There have been many major improvements to the original $1,000 road, but it's still treacherous, especially when you add in heavy bike traffic.
And it's tough for them still because there's really not a dedicated bike lane. There's barely dedicated vehicle lanes here.
Big Al says about 3,000 vehicles drive up Gates Pass from Tucson each day. Sometimes they don't make it around the hairpin turn or down the winding road on the other side.
We get a couple fatalities every year.
A sobering reminder to enjoy the beauty of Gates Pass as a passenger, not as the driver. And there's always the Gates Pass Visitor Center and Scenic Overlook for those gorgeous Sonoran desert views.
Gates Pass is absolutely Arizona. Thank you very much.
It sure is, thanks to the pioneer who thought of making the shortcut for us.